Shalom. I like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kodash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect who firmly believe on Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Now, the title of this lesson is going to be The HMO Furthermore Proves Edom's the Devil. And the HMO is an acronym for the Health Maintenance Organization. Now the Health Maintenance Organization is like a healthcare plan, so to speak. And certain people have them as their insurance plan, and certain doctors actually contract with the HMO as well. Now the HMO is actually in favor and benefit of the doctor, of the healthcare system. Because the point and the purpose of the HMO is to keep the cost levels down by preventing the doctors from performing certain tests upon patients. And that money that would have been billed to the HMO, the HMO actually cuts a check, to the doctors from preventing certain tests to be performed on certain patients. So it's like a win-win situation for the HMO, as well as the doctors. However, it leads to nothing but despair to the patient and their families. And a few months ago, I was watching the movie John Q, and they actually mentioned it. So I have a movie clip from the particular scene, and they actually get into it as well. So let's check this out.
You know what I don't understand is why they never found the doctors.
My son has had clean checkups every year since the day he was born.
How could the doctors not pick it up?
He might not have been tested thoroughly enough.
Why not?
Look, you got an HMO, right?
Yeah.
Well, there's your answer. HMOs pay their doctors not to test. That's their way of keeping costs down. All right, let's say Mike did need additional testing, and insurance says they won't cover them. The doctor keeps his mouth shut, and come Christmas, the HMO sends the doctor a fat-ass bonus check.
Is that true?
Possible. Not likely, but possible.
You telling me that these doctors may have known what was wrong with my son and they could have treated him all along?
Who knows? I don't know, John.
Don't take this personal, Doc. Y'all a bunch of goddamn crooks.
You don't know what you're talking about.
What about that thing that you guys take?
The thing?
Yeah, that promise. What do they call it?
It's called the Hippocratic Oath.
More like the hypocritical oath. How's it go, Doc? I solemnly swear to take care of the sick, damn near dying, unless they ain't got major medical. Something like that.
You got it perfectly. That's it.
It's funny, but it's not that far from the truth, okay? And this shit happens all the time. Paramedics bring in some accident victim, and when the big boys in accounting find out they can't pay, they send them packing.
Hospitals can't turn people away.
Isn't there laws against that?
Yeah, there's laws, but there's also ways around those laws. The only thing we have to do is stabilize them, and after that, we're off the hook, and you know it.
That's not how it works.
That's exactly how it works. Maybe not up there on the 5th floor, but in here, if you don't have any money, you get a Band-Aid, a foot in the ass, and you're out the door.
Shut up. Enough already. I've heard all the bitching and moaning I can stand for one day, all right? Look, if you all want to regard me as some kind of blood-sucking vampire, then fine. Great. I'll be the bad guy. But who's holding the fucking gun?
See, and that's the nature of Edom. Edom can never take blame. He can never hold himself accountable. So real quick, I have the www.healthcare.gov. The HMO, Health Maintenance Organization, a type of health insurance plan that usually limits coverage to care from doctors who work for or contract with the HMO. It generally won't cover out-of-network care except in an emergency. An HMO may require you to live or work in its service area to be eligible for coverage. HMOs often provide integrated care and focus on prevention and wellness, which is pretty much a lie. Because as you actually seen the details, of the clip, which actually goes on within the HMO, that this furthermore proves that they're not, that their purpose or the objective is not to care and focus on the prevention and wellness of the patients. They could give two shits if the patient actually perishes, man. All at the end of the day, the HMO gets wealthier and the doctor gets cuts a check and they become more wealthier. Because when you check out all companies, everyone in the position of power, they get bonuses around that time. So as much costs are being cut, you know, previous in the previous months of the year, when it comes towards the ending of the year, whichever money is saved then goes towards their bonus, concluding the year, you know. So and the scriptures warn us, about these devils, man. The scriptures warn us about these Edomites. Let's start at the book of Job. This is the book of Job, chapter 13, verse 4. Job chapter 13, verse 4, it says, "But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value." Because when you check out a doctor means to what? Falsify. A doctor, for an example, a doctor, prescribes you antibiotics. Loosely translate the word antibiotics. Anti means against, biotics means what? Bio, which means the body. So they prescribe you, substance, in so-called medicine that goes against the body. We're all guilty of it, once upon a time. Speaking for myself, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm guilty of it once upon a time, from receiving prescription, from these doctors, But however, when you check it out, a lot of these prescriptions, they come with, side effects, and that's why you're supposed to deal with the herbs. The herbs comes with side benefits, Here it is. You take these prescription, here it is. It may lower your cholesterol, but now it may bring forth headaches, or now you may suffer hair loss, or now you may not be able to sleep at night. It could be a various things when dealing with prescription pills, or prescription drugs, period. But it says, "But ye are forgers of lies, ye are all physicians of no value." And here it is, the doctor not providing and taking the necessary precautions and procedures to actually run these tests to see what actually may be wrong with the patient, shows that they have no value, shows you that they're all for self, man. And the scriptures tell us about, the wicked, wicked increase in riches, man. And this furthermore proves it. Salakia, I believe it's Psalm the 73rd chapter, but I just want to make sure. That's right. Actually, Psalms the 73rd chapter is pretty good. Let me see. Yeah, all right, let's start at the top. This is Psalm chapter 73, verse 1. "Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such as are of a clean heart. But as for me, my feet were almost gone. My steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked." And that's one of the many ways that the wicked prospers, off of the detriment of primarily the Israelites. Because when you check out these hospitals, man, primarily Israelites are dwelling in there, man. And I'm pretty sure they pick and choose to who gets 100% care and who doesn't. It says, "For there are no bands in their death, but their strength is firm." That's right. There's no bands in these devils' death, man. And their strength is firm. And they're binded by contract, the HMO and these doctors. It says, "They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. Violence covereth them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish." You can only imagine how many thousands of dollars that they receive just as a bonus, towards the end of the year by not actually running tests on certain patients. It says, "They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily." And here it is, that particular doctor in the scene, John Q, tried to downplay, the accusations, and point the finger at Denzel like he's the enemy and he's the problem. It says, "They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. And they say, How doth the Most High know? And is there knowledge in the Most High? Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. They increase in riches. And that's just how it goes, man. Why? Because pursuing the what? Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. They cover the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Here it is. The Lord put him in a position of rulership. Therefore, he's going to rule unjustly by all means necessary. This is the book of Psalm, chapter 64, verse 1. It says, hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear of the enemy. Who's the enemy? These Edomites. More importantly, their healthcare system as well. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And the HMO is an example of a secret counsel, because no one really knows the fine line and the details to what actually goes on as far as the hindrance of certain tests being ran upon patients. It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? And they feel like, look, nobody's going to realize or know or catch on to what's really going on, with the healthcare system and how we actually receive our funds and how we actually receive our benefits off of the detriment of these patients, so they feel like they can sleep at night. But it says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of them, every one of them, and the heart is deep. But the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow, suddenly shall they be wounded. Why? Because they're being revealed. Their information is being brought out. Because one thing about the Illuminati, their power lied in their secrecy. It says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. And that happens time and time again from the FOIA, I believe, which was passed in 1968, which is called the Freedom of Information Act. Now that was an act that was passed so that the American citizens can know what their government is up to. It says, and all men shall fear and shall declare the work of the Most High, for they shall wisely consider of his doing. The righteous shall be glad in Yahweh and shall trust in him, and all the upright in heart shall glory. So the true men of the Lord, the elect of the nation of Israel, the Lord is going to protect us from our enemies to where we don't fall victim to it. But one of the first necessities of warfare, you have to know your enemy. You can never sleep upon your enemy. When you check out the word front line, the definition of it, one that is closest to the enemy. And we of the Hope like we are close to our enemy. We know his whereabouts. We know what he's up to. We know his plans. We know his devices. And that all comes through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying unto the elect. The HMO furthermore proves Edom is the devil. So with that, I like to give all praises, glory, and honors to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Rakakwadash. I like to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace, salutations, and blessings to the elect. Shalom.